Evening all, it's Mafro of the Bushcraft Magazine here, and today we're going to show you how to make Elderflower Champagne. Right, here we have our ingredients. We have 2 pounds of sugar, we have some cider vinegar, we have some lemons, and some elderflower heads. We also have 8 pints of water boiling up on the stove at the moment. There'll be a further 8 pints of cold water added to the brew. Right, in goes the sugar, and in goes the hot water. We'll now stir that until it's dissolved. The sugar's now dissolved, we're going to add another 8 pints of cold water. That's 2 gallons of wine we're making. The recipe I make calls for quite a lot of elderflower heads. Some recipes you read only have 5 or 6 elderflower heads per gallon of wine. I like mine to really taste of elderflowers. I use between 12 and 15 heads. I've picked 30 good sized heads from the local elderflower. You can see them here. I've got about 30 of them that I'm adding to 2 gallons. To that we'll use the juice and the rind of 4 unwaxed lemons, and we will add 3 tablespoons of cider vinegar. Just the same as cooking, you only want the yellow outer of the lemon, you don't want any of the bitter white inside, so just lightly grate the outside. We're going to add that to the brew now as well. So now we're going to add the elderflowers. When these were picked, just as you pick them, just quickly give them a little shake. And if there's any insects in there, it helps them fall out, because we don't really want them in there. So literally just dropping these into the brew. The last thing we have to add is our cider vinegar. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of this. Right, we're now just going to add about half a teaspoon of yeast. Now it's cooled down to the temperature that it's not going to kill the yeast off. Well, it's a few days in. As you can see, the lid is about to get the dog out of the way. As you can see, the lid is beginning to, well, I've been letting gas out for a couple of days now. You see the lid is pressured up. We'll take a quick look at right, the smell of that is absolutely wonderful. Well, here's the champagne. This has had 5 days in the barrel now, and it's now ready to bottle. You can see the nice, lovely clear liquid. I cannot stress enough the importance of sterilisation. Everything we are using here has been sterilised, because the last thing we want is bad bacteria to get in and ruin our drink. Right, we've got most of the lumps out. Let's bottle it up. I'm going to start siphoning now. Keep this end in the wine, and this end just in the top of the bottle. There you go. Simply when it gets to the top of the bottle, we'll put a finger over the end and move on to the next one. And that's it. We'll fill all the bottles up now. Well, that's it, guys. It's all bottled up. I'm going to stick it in the shed outside. Shed's in the shade so it's cool, but these do have a tendency to explode. So you don't want them in the house if they do, and they make an awful mess, plus they're blooming dangerous. Now these bottles, as I said earlier, can withstand very high pressures, so they're the best thing to use for the job. The other things that are good to use are fizzy drinks bottles, because again they're good for withstanding pressure, but you may have to loosen the caps to let some gas out. We'll just take a quick zoom in so you can see the colour. And there was a little bit left over that I'm going to drink now. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you like us, and we'll hope to see you at the Bushcraft channel or one of our shows soon. Bye bye. Right, it's been 10 days in the bottle. It's been in the fridge for the past couple of hours to cool down. Hopefully it won't be too explosive. We'll open it up and we'll go have a drink. Maybe it's a... we got the dog. Poppy! Well, that was a good one, wasn't it? Cheers.